A very good evening and welcome to UBC News Tonight. Today at 8 p.m. My name is Sharon Kyomugisha. In our top stories of the day. In UBC News Tonight, hundreds get free eye care treatment in Katakwi. Coming up, poor road infrastructure slows down motorized military operations in DRC. Defense College prepares for military exams. And in more news, Bishop Luwadid advises public to be alert during the festive season. A very good evening once again and welcome to UBC News Tonight with me, Sharon Kyomugisha. In our top stories of the day, a team of ophthalmologists from Pakistan are in Katakwi district to prepare and perform eye surgeries and attend to other medical conditions in the Teso sub-region. Around 600 eye surgeries will be done for free by the end of the 4-day medical camp organized by the Vice President Jessica Lupo, who is also the District Woman Member of Parliament, in conjunction with the Pakistan Overseas Global Foundation. The procedures include retina and oculoplastic surgeries, all being done at the Katakwi General Hospital. The medical camp is benefiting hundreds of ordinary citizens, including the aged from the 12 districts of Teso sub-region. Details follow.
While addressing patients at the Katakwi District General Hospital yesterday, Vice President Major Retired Jessica Alupo thanked the Pakistan community in Uganda for their generous support to the people of Teso sub-region and neighboring communities. The doctors have also brought medical equipment to Katakwi General Hospital for the treatment of patients, and the visiting surgeons, together with the Ugandan doctors from the hospital, will spend 4 days treating patients at the hospital. Vice President Alupo lauded the friendship that exists between the two brotherly countries of Pakistan and Uganda. She noted that it is the role of the government to provide proper medical care to its citizens with the development partners, and assured locals that medical camps will continue to be organized to benefit the grassroots people.
I have requested that because of this overwhelming need from the people, you have extended, instead of Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you have extended up to Sunday, and they have appreciated. They are very happy, and I am also very happy. So I'm requesting that there are those people who may not have come even in these 4 days, but they are first watching. So we request that in the next calendar year, Your Excellency, we welcome you here again to deal with the issues of the people who are now watching and waiting to see that these ones are coming and they will get healed. We can arrange another camp again, which is even going to be a better plan, because this was the testing one, and we didn't anticipate a big number.
The medical camp is benefiting hundreds of ordinary citizens, including the aged from Bugishu, Napak, Nakapripriti, and from 12 districts of Teso sub-region. Alupo, who is also a model fruit and citrus farmer, championed several development initiatives that have transformed Teso and beyond, including support to institutions such as health and schools. She used the occasion to mobilize the citizenry to participate into the Paris Development Model, a multi-sectoral strategy for socio-economic transformation aimed at moving 39% of Ugandan households in the subsistence economy to the money-making economy. At the same event, the Vice President assured the locals that the livestock compensation payments for claimants from Acholi, Lango, and the Teso sub-regions will be paid in a systematic way. She called on them to use the money for wealth creation at household levels by engaging in modern commercial and calculated agriculture. The Pakistan High Commissioner to Uganda, Hassan Wazira Ali, noted that Pakistan and Uganda have had friendly relations for a very long period, with numerous companies doing business with each other in the two countries. He promised to continue to conduct health camps to help the most vulnerable people and thanked the Vice President for giving them an opportunity to serve Ugandans. The camp has so far received around 3,000 people seeking medical attention, and so far 750 outpatients had been worked on. The medical camp is ending on Sunday. Etole Ed Archangel, UBC News.
In more news, Democratic Republic of Congo's poor infrastructure is hindering the speed of the forward forces of the joint military operations against the Allied Democratic Forces in Eastern Congo. The vast and difficult terrain has given ADF considerably latitude for survival and overstretching the joint forces operation. Sharon Kyomugisha reports.
On 30th November 2021, Uganda People's Defense Forces established its first forward operating base at Mukakati, North Kivu, which was few kilometers away from ADF camps. Since then, the troops are facing challenge of poor road network, which cannot allow armored motorized units to proceed and supply military equipment.
The roads infrastructure in Congo here, in the Eastern Congo, is a huge challenge, and that's what impedes our journeys, our movement, our troop disposition, our logistical supplies is a huge challenge. That's why we end up using the helicopters.
The Democratic Republic of Congo hilly terrain, characterized by a dense forest.
Thank God the Commander-in-Chief, the President, allows us to use these helicopters, although of course minimally, not always, because it is extremely expensive to use the helicopters. But the helicopters have been, a game changer in this mission.
Intensified our operation against the terrorists in the Mwalika Valley, that is along Semuliki River, at the confluence of River Talia and the Semuliki confluence. The operation is moving on smoothly, and we are now at the top of the game.
The Allied Democratic Forces' adaptive tactics of dodging direct combat while using civilians, human shields, and lack of infrastructures have combined to give the ADF a lifeline.
Of course, we do use transport. We use trucks to move around, but the helicopters are a game changer because they are faster, much as they take a smaller capacity. The helicopters help us in logistical transportation, casualty evacuation, and those snap logistical resupplies.
UPDF trucks and other heavy equipment are stuck and can't cross due to bad roads. From Kaluruma, Vuhovi, Kitakandi to Marika, a 38 kilometers drive takes 12 hours path through. Poor terrain is hampering the joint military operations against the Allied Democratic Forces. Uganda People's Defense Forces have not fully tapped into the use of armored vehicles in the ongoing ground offensive against the enemy. The armored motorized units operation is intended to support foot soldiers to drive ADF out of their base. Haruna Mtesasira, reporting for UBC News inside Congo.
Still in UBC News tonight, the Archbishop of the Church of Uganda, Dr. Stephen Kazimba Gulu, has graced a Thanksgiving service for students and faculty staff of the National Defense College in Njeru-Bwekwe District. Now, the National Defense College is the highest inter-service learning institution which is mandated to provide professional defense education at strategic level to men in and not in uniform. Mugalu advised soldiers to stick to God while doing their oversight role.
Students and faculty staff of the National Defense College have held a Thanksgiving service as they prepare for their exams. The National Defense College is mandated to provide professional joint defense and security sector education at strategic level.
This institution does not only offer courses for uniform personnel, Your Grace. It is for uniform personnel and other officers from other ministries who handle issues of national security.
The service was led by the Archbishop of the Church of Uganda, Dr. Stephen Kazimba Gulu.
Praise the Lord, praise the Lord,
let the people rejoice.
The Archbishop advised soldiers to be committed to self-improvement and discipline.
I think this is very important for our people to get more skills. They are equipped even more and more to do God's work in the army. Because don't you know that even when you do God's work in security, you are a soldier of Jesus Christ? You are supposed to be obedient.
He emphasized the need for entities like the UPDF and police to emulate unity.
You find the people in the army, they are scoring themselves. In the police, in the church, in business, academia, they are scoring themselves. Instead of be united as a team so that we score the other side, they are scoring each other. That's not good.
Brigadier Flavia Biekwaso and Colonel Edith Nakalema are among the pioneer students at the college.
We are very grateful for having had this opportunity to sit together, to be prayed for, to sing together, and to relax a bit amidst the pressure of exams. So we are now preparing for pressure. We have taken that this pressure will go out to have some pressure that is led by our national motto, leadership through knowledge.
The team will graduate mid-January 2023 after being exposed to a one-year master's course being facilitated by Makerere University.
They have had lectures from UPDF, from Makerere University professors, policy and subject matter experts, from government ministries, departments, agencies and organizations who have been supporting us.
9 brigadier generals and 9 senior colonels in the army are the pioneer members of the college since its commissioning in January 2022. Ivan Kahwa and Philip Aguta, UBC News.
Thank you so much, Ivan Kahwa, and good luck to all those that will be sitting for those exams. In more stories, the Archbishop of the Church of Uganda, His Grace Stephen Kazimba Gulu, has criticized the support of homosexuality by those that brought Christianity to Uganda. The Archbishop says Church of Uganda decided to come out with a solution of going business evangelism to support the source of income and encourage Christians and clergy to continue supporting this initiative.
Church of Uganda leadership rolled out going business evangelism aimed at supporting their source of income to avoid relying on donors, some of who support same-sex marriage. The Archbishop of the Church of Uganda, His Grace Dr. Stephen Kazimba Mugalu, says the Church of Uganda will not allow working with countries supporting wayward practices like homosexuality.
Those men and women where the gospel came from in England, they are fighting a backsliding battle of faith. They are promoting lesbianism, gay, transgender, and so forth, which is contrary to the scriptures. They brought us in 1877. We are committed to stick to scriptures. And because of that, I want to invite all Christians and well-wishers to support the church.
Kazimba was on the pastoral visit on Mityana Anglican Diocese. The Archbishop toured Mityana Diocese developments and also officiated a Thanksgiving service of the 30th anniversary of the former Member of Parliament of Mityana South, Henry and Beatrice Makumbi. The Bishop of Mityana Diocese, James Bukomeko, and the cross-section of religious leaders welcomed the Archbishop to the diocese that he once led before becoming the overall head of the Anglican faith in Uganda. The Prime Minister of Uganda, Robin Anabanja, in her message, read by the Minister for Lands, Housing and Urban Development, Judith Nabakoba, she handed over 5 million shillings towards the construction of the Ebenezer House.
Program ezireetebwa gavumenti omuli ng'eya parish development model wamu n'emyoga kubanga zituukirira ddala kuffe abantu ab'enjawulo mu bitundu byaffe.
State Minister for Housing, Persis Namuganza, commended religious leaders for their efforts aimed at guiding couples.
A family is the smallest unit of the state. When families are stable, the state is stable. When families become unstable, the state cannot be stable. Because all of us, whether the minister, whether His Excellency the President, whoever, we come from these smallest units, and those are the families.
Fred Kasibante compiled the story.
Now, Emeritus Bishop Right Reverend Jackson Mutebi has condemned the rampant land grabbing in the country and the excessive violation of citizens' rights by law enforcers. Bishop communicated this at the swearing-in ceremony of 7 deacons during a service held at Namirembe Cathedral. Bishop Chisache urged them to spread the word of God among the desperate.
7 reverends have been confirmed as fully deacons during a service held at St. Paul's Cathedral, Namirembe. The Bishop of Namirembe Diocese, Right Reverend Kyoluwalira, officiated the swearing-in ceremony.
Nagobereranga ebigambo ebiri mu kitabo ekyokusaba era n'amateeka n'ebiragiro by'obulabirizi bw'e Namirembe birira mu bigambo byonna ebituufu nga ebiri mateeka n'ebiragiro nga Katonda embeezi wange.
Wabula nga kiragiddwa abakulu ng'amateeka g'ekkanisa bwe gali taddeko omukono gwange guno.
Among those who took oath include Reverend George Sinnabulia, Reverend John Nkumbi, Reverend Godfrey Mahonji, Reverend Katonkata Abraham, Reverend Maxwell Sebugwao, and Reverend Samuel Sekubinga. Bishop Luwalira urged them to strive to see that they put into practice what they were told, in line with spreading the word of God to Christians. Luwalira also urged Ugandans to be vigilant as the festive season draws nearer and protect themselves against Ebola and COVID-19.
Abantu emitima mingi giba gisavuwadde ne tukola ebintu ebiyinza ate okututuusa mu mwaka ogujja ng'ekyamazima tukakasa nti ensawo zonna tuziwawudde. Mubeere beegendereza nga musansaanya. Abaana baffe balina okuddayo okusoma ate nga mumanyi n'embeera si nnungi nnyo.
Emeritus Bishop Reverend Jackson Mutebi, who was the chief preacher, condemned the rampant land grabbing in the country and the violation of civil rights by law enforcement agencies.
Ensi abantu bwe batakyalowooza nti bannaabwe bantu oba nabo balina omusaayi. Ensi abakuumi b'eddembe abasuubira okukuuma abantu ate lwe baafuuka bakubi ba kibooko abatendeke. Noga nti iyo omusajja ono aggyewo obusungu bwenkanidde awo obukuba omuntu buli wantu. Ng'omulenzi w'emyaka 30 obeera otya nannyini ttaka ng'ate gw'ogobamu alina ekyapa kye ekifuna 1926. Olina akalambira nti ttaka lyange naligula. Waligula naye nze saategeera.
Mutebi also asked deacons to give hope to those who are oppressed.
Gwe baliddeko ekitundu alese abaana 3, omukulu wa myaka 7, amuddako wa myaka 5, omulala abadde ayonka. Katonda bwe mulembe gwatuyise okubeera abakadde b'ekkanisa, okubeera abalabirizi, okubeera abaawule, okubeera n'abantu abalina obunaku bwenkanidde awo. Kakati mwe muddayo okunyweza ekigambo ekyo n'okwongera okukikattululira abantu bakitegeere. Bategeere nti tebali bokka.
During the same service, Reverend Abraham Lubega Chisache was installed as the canon of Namirembe Diocese. Venerable Canon Henry Segawa, Reverend Moses Banja, and Reverend Rochi Sendegeya were also confirmed as canons of Namirembe Diocese. The service was attended by clergies, lay leaders from Namirembe Diocese, and dignitaries from the central government and Buganda Kingdom, among others, Deborah Namamonde, Nanziri Beatrice, UBC News.
Thank you so much, Deborah Namamonde. Moving on, Gulu School of Clinical Officers has added 250 health specialists in various fields. These have been passed out during a graduation ceremony at the institution's campus in Gulu.
State Minister for Primary Education Dr. Joyce Moriku Kaduchu has officiated at the 2022 Gulu College of Health Sciences graduation, at which 255 graduates were conferred upon in various fields.
There was no any health training institution in this region. But today, when you look around, when you see the number of people graduating, you really said, God, we thank you for the leadership of this country.
The institution's administrators decried several challenges, which they task government to address.
The college is faced with the following challenges. Inadequate teaching space. Madam Minister, you moved around and realized that the classroom space is small and that this campus had been built for primary school children. So that one is a big challenge for us to turn this into a school for tertiary learners. We have inadequate accommodation facilities for the students, which has limited the number of students being admitted for the various programs. We have the escalating prices of essential commodities, making the training very expensive. We also have inadequate staff and also inadequate accommodation.
The graduation was also graced by the Commissioner of Health Education and Training, Dr. Safina Musene.
The Department of Health Education and Training has been closely monitoring the operations at this college, and of course we have observed that there are ups and challenges as they were presented by the chairperson, governing council, and the principal. However, we are happy that this institution has continued to perform very well, and there are improvement in this institution.
The graduates were in various fields including clinical medicine, public health dentistry, pharmacy, leadership and management, and anesthesia.
As a professional, you build the culture of teamwork, consult continuously with your colleagues and peers, and ensure to grow in the profession through continuous professional development programs.
Now, the number of street children is bound to increase following the limited number of homes and funds to cater for their welfare. This has been disclosed by the Executive Director, Uganda Women's Efforts to Save Orphans Species at Chiwanuka in preparations of the International Volunteer Day celebrations by JICA Uganda at Masolita Children's Village.
Interesting children in attaining demand-driven skills has been one of the activities done by JICA Uganda in preparation of the International Volunteer Day come Monday next week.
As we talked to them, they were not interested in formal education. So we said, okay, what do we do with these ones who are not interested in formal education? We take them into vocational skilling so that they can have a skill from which they can earn. So today, as you saw already, we have they are teaching them weaving and knitting. We are teaching them programs on catering, tailoring, and beading. And I think because they get products out of these activities, and when visitors come here, they buy some of these products.
The Executive Director, Uganda Women's Effort to Save Orphans, Specious Chiwanuka, says government needs to address the push factors that have led to the increase of street children.
Why they wanted to escape and go back on the street is that they were not earning any money. And for them, what took them to the street was to earn money and send it back home. So we said, okay, there are other alternatives to earning money. And now they have been more motivated. As you can see now, they are calm. That mindset they have, there's a kind of mindset change to think that the only way you can earn money is by being on Kampala streets. So now we have given them skills to learn that you can earn money in alternative ways. And we think now they are calmer and we feel they have changed.
Masolita Children Home harbors over 200 teenagers, and some have graduated and gone back home to start a new life in commemoration of the International Volunteers Day. Fuhokara Ichiro of JICA Uganda said volunteers contribute to improving livelihood by supporting income-generating activities, among others.
Economic empowered, yeah, that is why I think that the vessel have some training to get the practical skill I've heard from WESO. I think they try to teach how to arm themselves by using some cookie or but then by making some like a craft or something. Then in the future they can survive themselves.
At Masulita Children Home, the volunteers from JICA are working as teachers of mathematics and science to promote student interest, with much emphasis put on demonstrating scientific experiments. Sudat Kaye, UBC News.
In more news, the Batwa under Rubugiri Lift Up Jesus Church in Rubugiri Town Council, Kisoro District, won the church that was closed by the Kisoro District local government, and RDC Kisoro opened before Christmas. This was during a crusade mission led by Pastor Margaret Chiza, the wife of Bishop Aloysius Chiza, the overseer of Lift Up Jesus Global Ministries at Lift Up Jesus in Rubugiri Town Council, Kisoro District. Frederick reports.
Prayer is our right. This is the house of God. He brought us here so that we can worship him.
The Batwa in Rubugiri Town Council, Buchimbiri, Kisoro District, are demanding for the opening of their openly church closed a year ago due to disagreements among believers. The Lift Up Jesus Church in Rubugiri Town Council, Kisoro District, was closed by the district local government administration about 2 years ago due to a conflict between two splinter groups of worshippers.
We've been having issues. Our church has been closed. The other time when we were here, the keys were in the State House. But we hear the State House has released the keys to Kabale District. To Kisoro District, rather. So, the other time, the Batwa themselves, as you see them gathered here, they said they would come back and be here with their children until the church is open. So they are here until the church is open. They engaged us. The other time, we are the ones who convinced them that you leave the place. The security, it was the DISO who said that they were going to open this church. So they have waited, and we are entering into the festive season, and the church is not yet open.
Pastor Margaret Kiza says everyone has the right to pray, urging believers to stay sleeping at their church until Kisoro District Local Government and RDC Kisoro hands over the keys to the church.
So they said they are going to be here until the church is opened. I don't know how long it will take, but we are drawing the attention of the Kisoro District Security Office to release the key, come and open for the Batwa, and they worship God, because this church has no conflict. This church is on its own land. This church has a partnership with Kisoro District. This church has no problem.
The Batwa led by Pastor Margaret Kiza believe that the matter of the closed church should be cleared before Christmas.
We are wondering why the Batwa have been locked out of their own church, which we built for them 2001. Yes, we have to stay there with them. We are like their parents. We are from the headquarters of Lift Up Jesus in Kabale, so we have to be here with them.
The Batwa are a minority tribal grouping in Uganda, numbering less than 6,000.
We'll now take a short commercial break and we'll be back with business news, international news and sports news.
Pick it, pack it, share it. The 4G Wakanet MiFi. Pocket it, use it, enjoy it. Visit any MTN service center or Banana Phone World outlets. Get it at 75k. The MTN 4G Pocket MiFi is it.
It's true what people say, that when I wash and you wash your hands with soap, we'll have less infections as Ugandans. After all, it's hands that handle money. It's hands that feed us. Hands that prepare soil for farming. Hands that we use to learn. and hands that we use for fun.
When I wash and you wash, it means clean hands for all. So, wash your hands with soap and clean water regularly to keep away infections and disease-causing germs. This message is from the National Hand Washing Secretariat with support from UNICEF.
Paying for groceries the old way.
3, 4, yeah.
Allow me. Paying for groceries with the My Airtel app. You have the power in your pocket. The power to conveniently pay for goods and services. Unlock that power with the My Airtel app. Visit the App Store or Google Play now.
That's my wife.
Welcome to Friends Stadium. Everybody's ready. Wait a second, not everybody. Come on, dude. It's the FIFA World Cup. You're going to lose your seat, the ritual seat, the lucky one. Losing more than a seat, your team is going to lose. Where are you, dude? The match is about to start. Your friends won't hold out much longer. Excuse me. Finally, everything is in the right place. Hey, other hand. And you, do you have everything you need to believe?
Meet Professor Petero. He knows something every hustler in UG is gonna love.
Oh, see. You see, I was just trying to get the documents to register for Airtel Money.
You don't need the documents. You just say for register. Yes. Become a safer and more efficient cash-free business today. Easy.
No mixing your business money with your Kameza money. No, that's efficient.
Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.
It's our mission to secure your money.
Protecting your money is as important as earning it. It is for this reason that the Deposit Protection Fund of Uganda, DPF, was established by the government of Uganda to provide deposit protection to customers of regulated financial institutions. In the unlikely event that your commercial bank, credit institution or microfinance deposit-taking institution fails, the DPF will pay you up to 10 million Uganda shillings. Keep your personal information such as national identification number, mobile phone or an alternative bank account updated with your banker. Terms and conditions apply. For more information, contact DPF at Aha Towers, Plot 7 Lodell Road, Kampala. Call 0312-206-400 or visit our website at www.dpf.or.ug.
We are the DPF. We protect your money. Protection Fund of Uganda.
The Office of the Prime Minister and Presidential CEO Forum Secretariat invites its key captains of the industry to their third biannual private sector CEO retreat on the 5th to the 6th of December 2022 at Chobe Safari Lodge under the theme Unlocking Private Sector Investment Through Strategic Interventions for Social-Economic Transformation. The host and guest speaker will be His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the President of the Republic of Uganda.
Get connected today with the My Airtel 4G smartphone, the most affordable smartphone in Uganda. You get to enjoy free 1 GB for 1 whole year. My Airtel 4G smartphone, your best value for money. Visit the nearest Airtel outlet today and get one at only 250,000 Uganda shillings. Airtel, the smartphone network.
Happiness comes to us in many places. It's in knowing the mosquito net keeps our children healthy. The wife having the support of her husband. It's in deciding together when to have a baby. And for some, focusing on what's important right now. So what's your happiness? Make the right health decisions to ensure happiness for you and your family.
Welcome back from that short commercial break. Moving on in our business stories, the Senior Regional Director, Center for Agriculture, Biosciences International, directorates, departments and agencies together with representatives from donor agencies, NGOs and farmer organizations have discussed new strategies for boosting the agriculture sector. They discussed emerging social and environmental challenges like invasive species, crop pests, and diseases which affect yields and livelihoods. Bole has more on this story.
Uganda joins the rest of the world to commemorate World Soil Day this Sunday. This has happened as senior scientists from Center for Agriculture, Biosciences International, KABI, and the Minister of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries, directorates, departments, agencies and stakeholders discuss the way forward as soil nutrients, depletion and low fertilizer uptake remain glaringly visible.
But our main aim is first to have an action-oriented implementation of activities that are sustainable in nature and allows farmers, first and foremost, to use the resources that they have to enhance and increase their productivity. And secondly, being a global institution and being a membership institution, it's easy for us to transfer technology from other parts of the world and bring to Uganda and work with the government to implement the same and see how we can improve productivity.
The meeting is addressing the emerging social and environmental challenges like the spread of invasive species, crop pests and diseases which affect yields, livelihoods, and mindful of the need for access to markets.
Is the pesticide residues. In the process of growing the crops, we sometimes inadvertently need to use chemicals to protect the crop from pests.
Deputy Director General NARO, Dr. Yona Baguma says there is a need to strengthen plant and animal clinics in the country to help farmers lose less and feed more.
I want to urge you to make sure that as we further this effort, we work with the respective national governments to identify these flagship enterprises and together with the national government and the structures to align the trainings to the critical value chain segments.
Officiating at the meeting, State Minister for Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries, Fred Chakulagabwino, pledged the ministry's commitment to improving the livelihoods of Ugandans through primarily improving social-based and practical solutions to plant health problems.
We need to refocus. We need to refocus the KABI intervention so that we align them. We align them along that government initiative because it's the biggest initiative and it is impacting the largest portion of the people that are involved in agriculture.
KABI is currently pursuing host country agreement signed, which will formally establish its presence in Uganda to strengthen future collaborations. It is envisaged that this enhanced presence in the country will help to forge even further collaborations and capacity for both KABI, MAIF, NARO, and other partners to tackle other various social and environmental challenges affecting Uganda's trade in fruit and vegetable and its food security. Joseph Bule, UBC, reporting.
The leadership of Buseta Sub-County in Chibuku District, together with development partners, have embarked on skilling the youth. The Sub-County Chairperson, Boy Lawrence Muchina, urged parents to interest the children in skilling programs. Details follow.
Youth in Buseta Sub-County Kibuku District have been cited to be grappling with joblessness challenge due to lack of skills.
My youth in Buseta Sub-County, depending on employment, actually it is very low. 10% of the youth in Buseta Sub-County can sustain themselves, but 90% they are totally down. We have youth who are educated, but they are waiting for the government to give them jobs, whereby in Uganda, very many people are educated, but we have to look for ourselves, how we can sustain ourselves and keep the community in development.
This prompted the sub-county leadership to source for partners to impart skills onto the youth in the district to improve their welfare.
Enga mugayi mugumukusa muyonjo nokozesa okutawula ebintu byo kyanunga isawa gondelyemu setukwata gunu tutawula tumunga okutambulya mpola otawula bino nibyo batusingira bino babeeta kugondyamu mbeera naye nga n'omugayi n'ekisaali kyobayizira okusa tusobola okukolera ekyo wamutasa omala okumutabula kusanira etabula ng'okaaliko mulika mu maiziri okutawulira yita mu nyumba oba mu saaluuni iziri eyo.
The executive director Zirat Company, Abu King Dopel, said unemployment is due to negative attitude towards skilling programs.
I have met very many teenagers, my age mates, who are intending, have focused only on those white-collar jobs. They live apart. These hands-on crafts, skilling, vocational institutes, they leave it apart.
Abu King, however, calls upon government to support the youth with credit as they improve their skills.
Looking for funds whereby we want also to uplift our levels of manufacturing, science, technology, and also doing each and everything that can at least support us. Not only focusing on agriculture, not only focusing on these other institutions, bigger ones, but we are also this way. However, we are small, but we have started small, and we want you to make it big.
Over 200 youth attained skills in soap and chalk making, among others. Yiga Muhammad and Sudat Kaye, UBC News.
Well, thank you so much for watching UBC News Tonight with me, Sharon Kyomugisha, as we've come to the end of our bulletin that started at 8 p.m. and coming to an end with just 17 minutes to 9 p.m. Now, which team do you fancy to win this one? It's England versus Senegal. You can leave your comments on our social media platforms or actually engage on our social medias or your social medias out there. Make sure you tune in at 10 p.m. for you to be able to watch the UBC World Cup. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
UBC, inspiring Uganda. Get value for your money by choosing the right paint.